Hi guys, we're still talking about breaking generational traumatic circles, and today I'm going to be giving you psychological facts around breaking family traumatic circles. We all know that families is actually a major part of the society, and I would like to share a few tips that we need to learn to be realistic about and not build our traumatic wounds and our attitudes around those things. And I think number one is there is no perfect family, but there is a functioning family. So trying to look for a perfect family is more or less like you are trying to build a happy ever after. Don't misquote me. The fact that there is no perfect family doesn't mean that we don't have families that are happy. We have families that are happy. We have families that are intentional. But a beautiful picture is not equivalent to a happy home. A happy home is a function of two imperfect people who are intentional about their marriages, their relationships, and their friendships. So if there is no perfect family, what do you mean by functioning family? What I'm trying to say is that we have family that are intentional and are willing to make it work, that has the understanding of how to relate with one another and build good relationships amidst one another. Number two is This number two. The trauma in your family that made you bad can break you into a body. Yes. Whatever it is that has happened in your family that turned you to that person that you are not. Maybe you have gamophobia, fear for marriage, or maybe you are just disturbed and you are like asking yourself so many questions. And because of that, you've made certain negative decisions that has turned you into a body. Let me just tell you the truth. It only breaks you. It should not define you. One of the problems we have in the society is that people let traumas define them. So when you let your trauma defines you, at the end of the day, you end up becoming who you should not be. And that is why we have so many broken people in the society, especially broken people that are not willing to be mended. So if you want to be intentional about life and you are willing to break generational family circle, traumatic family circle, you should not be a baddie. Instead, you should be a Jesus person. I'll go to the next one. You can't choose family you enter into. You can choose the family you want to build and become in life. Yes, you can't choose the family that you enter into. We can't choose the fact that God already sent a beautiful child into Nigeria, yeah, and into other countries. But then we can choose the kind of life we want to live. We can choose the kind of family we want to build by how intentional we are, by how we choose our choices. In case you want to learn more about that, I think you should watch my previous episode on breaking generational traumatic circles. Last but not the least is family is God's intention. Can I get a drum roll for that? Da, 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 da. Yes, family is God's intention and God's idea. Your wounds, your past pain won't even change God's promises. It won't change God's definition for family. And you need to heal and deal with it before you enter into God's idea of what a family should be. So whether you have a traumatic life or you have a traumatic experience from childhood and you're asking yourself like, hey, it's because this thing happened to me, that's why I'm like this. Or maybe you are in a marriage right now, you're saying that it's because of what I faced when I was with my so person, that's why I'm like this. I'm telling you, those things are not good excuses for what God has intended for marriage. The Bible says that God looked at man and he said it's not good for a man to be alone. He will make an helpmeet for man. So God's intention for making an helpmeet so that two people can come together is a good intention, and it is not even your traumatic experiences that can destroy those intentions. Your traumatic experiences cannot define or destroy God's agenda. God's agenda is still that marriage is beautiful, marriage can be holy, marriage can be acceptable, and we can have two intentional people willing to spend the rest of their life together to live a godly plan in the society. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to press the like button. I'll see you guys in my next episode. And guess what the topic is? Don't forget to drop something on the comment section. Bye bye.